It's absolutely the most powerful bike that I've ever ridden. Hey, I'm Mark, and I ride the FLX Blade.
Hi, I'm Susie, and I ride the FLX Trail.
I grew up in San Diego, so I've been riding bikes and motorcycles my whole life.
I'm actually from Louisville, Kentucky. You know, growing up as a kid, I had a bike and rode bikes as an adult, just kind of street bikes, but Mark's really gotten me into trail riding. One thing I love about trail riding with Mark is it brings us together. We get to spend more time and enjoy something that we both like to do.
I discovered e-bikes pretty much when they first came out. Bought two of them, one for Susie, one for myself, and basically we would really just ride along down at the beaches where there's more of a flat terrain. But then when I discovered FLX, where I could go off into trails and attack them, you know, aggressively like the way I want to, that's when I went ahead and purchased the Blade. So I contacted them through their messenger. Somebody got back to me right away and said they were actually in San Diego, which is perfect. So Susie and I went down there. I hopped on their Blade, and within 10 seconds I knew I was buying the bike. I mean, it was just blew my mind, the power. So that's why it's sitting in my garage right now. Yeah, what I did for a living, and I absolutely loved it, was fly. I fly. I'm an airline pilot, but I'm retiring. But what I did during my career was bike. On my layovers, I took a travel bike with me. It wasn't electric. They didn't have those back then. And I would bike every city all around the world. So I kept biking along with flying. So biking has always been a very important part of my life.
I was a pharmaceutical rep prior to coming to California. I'm, I guess, in sorts retired now, so have a lot more time for hobbies and taking it easy and enjoying California. I love the fact that the sun shines almost every day. I feel happy. I wake up and I just say, what am I going to do today?
The last time Susie and I went on a FLX bike ride was just last week, and we said, I don't want to load up the bikes on the rack. Let's just ride down the road.
I felt more comfortable on trails this time. I just had the energy for it and I wasn't afraid. And we kind of mixed up road riding and trail riding together. That made it, I guess, more enjoyable for me because I don't like to always just be on trails. I feel like I work a little harder.
We both really enjoyed it.
We just laugh and have a good time together. I definitely think having the electric bikes has brought us closer together because I'm able to keep up with him versus if we're riding with no motor. It is definitely more challenging for me.
Yeah, I would say I ride more often now that I have an electric bike. It's just funner. It's more exciting.
Because we live in the beautiful city of Carlsbad and there are tons of trails and it's there's a lot that I can handle, and then he's got more challenging trails for himself. But I love having a motor on the bike because there are times, maybe if I'm tired or getting up a rough hill, I really need a little pedal assist. And a lot of times I won't use it, but it's nice knowing it's there. And there's times I use it almost the entire ride.
Yeah, I have the Blade, which is a lot faster than Susie's Trail. So when I'm riding with Susie, I normally keep it on level 1. And she's on level probably 4 or 5. And that seems to be pretty good. But once in a while I'll have to leave Susie in the dust. I go level 5 and she doesn't know where I'm at anymore. One thing I do like about my Blade is when I hit the trails, it feels like I'm a kid again because it reminds me of riding motorcycles in the canyons the way I used to grow up. Because I can use just the throttle itself and it basically feels like I'm riding a motorcycle.
People, a lot of times they'll say, oh, that's a lazy man's way of riding a bike. But I'll tell you differently. I use it mainly as an assist when I need it.
You actually can get much more distance in riding and pleasure just by having some assistance when you ride. You can go to 0 on your pedal assist, and you can go up to 5. 90% of the time I'm only on level 1, so I do like to feel, I like to get some exercise, I like to feel pedaling, so I enjoy that. But when I want to just blow up a trail, I'll go ahead and put it in 4 or 5 and blast off.
If you're into your health and you're into hiking and biking and enjoying California, I would say FLX is the way to go.